In the far north of the world, where snow stretches endlessly and ice covers everything, lived a small polar bear named Nuno. Nuno loved adventures, but he often felt bored and lonely. One bright, cold day, as usual, Nuno went out to explore the icy hills. While sliding down a tall, snowy hill on his belly, he noticed something strange moving in the distance through the snow. It was a creature with long legs and massive antlers that glimmered under the weak sunlight. Unable to resist his curiosity, Nuno crept closer until he could see it clearly. The creature seemed tired and shaky. As Nuno got nearer, he realized it was a reindeer. "Hello, do you need help?" Nuno asked softly. The reindeer lifted his head weakly and said, "I'm Reni. I was traveling with my herd, but a snowstorm separated us, and now I'm lost." Feeling sorry for the reindeer, Nuno said, "Don't worry, I know this land well. I'll help you find your herd." Reni's eyes lit up with hope, but he said hesitantly, "This place looks dangerous. Are you sure you can help me?" Nuno replied confidently, "Together we're stronger." The two friends set off on a journey filled with challenges. First, they decided to head toward the icy hills, where Nuno thought the herd might have gone. Along the way, Nuno taught Reni how to slide on the ice to save energy. Although Reni kept falling, he laughed with Nuno and kept trying. As they crossed a frozen lake, they suddenly heard the sound of cracking ice. Nuno froze in his tracks and said, "Be careful." The lake isn't fully frozen, but Reni had already stepped in the wrong spot, and the ice began to crack beneath him. Moving quickly, Nuno pushed him to safety just before the ice broke. Shaking from the cold, Reni said, "You saved me." Nuno smiled and replied, "That's what friends do." After hours of walking, they reached an area where a large polar bear was fishing. Nuno said, "That's Uncle Bebo. He knows everything about this region. Let's ask him." Nuno approached Bebo and said, "Hello, Uncle Bebo. Have you seen a herd of reindeer pass by here?" Bebo thought for a moment and said, "Yes, I saw them heading toward the southern forest. But be careful, there are wolves roaming around there." Reni looked at Nuno with worry and asked, "Are we really going there?" Nuno smiled and said, "Of course, but we'll need to be prepared." As they neared the forest, they heard the howls of wolves. Shadows moved between the trees and the air was thick with tension. Nuno said calmly, "Don't worry, I have a plan." He gathered some frozen branches and used stones he had to start a small fire. Holding a burning stick, he said, "Wolves are afraid of fire. Stay behind me." The wolves began retreating one by one, but suddenly one wolf appeared from behind and crept closer to Reni. Nuno shouted, "Look behind you!" Reni quickly backed away and used his antlers to fend off the wolf. It was a tense moment, but the fire drove the rest of the wolves away, and the two friends escaped unharmed. After making it through the forest, they saw a group of reindeer gathering by a small river. Reni shouted with joy, "It's my herd!" and ran toward them. When he arrived, his family welcomed him warmly, and the herd thanked Nuno for his bravery. Reni said excitedly, "Nuno taught me how to be brave, and together we faced many dangers." Nuno smiled and said, "That's what friends are for. I'm glad you're back with your family." Nuno said his goodbyes to Reni and returned home, but he no longer felt lonely. He had learned that friendship and courage could make all the difference, even in the coldest and most desolate places.